This is the Mediterranean, first day in Tel Aviv. We'll be walking along here on the trail. I don't know who, huh? What? Solomon. Rest stop on the way to Eilat from Tel Aviv. That's our bus. Heading to Eilat.
The next station, Arava Junction.
This is our first night outside Eilat near the field school, cowboy camped. Day one, there's Eilat. This is a trail. Very steep climbing so far. Solomon's down there somewhere. About 4 miles into the first day. Beautiful country. There's the Egyptian border. Tank going along there. Probably can't see it. Comes Solomon. A lot of climbing. Egypt over there. Pretty straight down here. Had to climb down that. Here comes Solomon. See ya.
Oh gosh.
How you doing?
Struggling, but I'm gonna make it.
Going through a wadi. This is a wadi. Here comes Solomon.
Could be drinking water.
Few plants out here. Cool rocks. Look at that. Here comes Solomon, climbing up the rebars. You can do it.
Yeah, how about that way? What do you see that way?
These are our new friends we met on the trail. They're going to Mizpe Ramon.
You have no.
We just climbed this. This is the first night's camp after hiking 9.5 miles, but it seemed a lot longer with the climbing. And you can see the Red Sea in the distance. A few other campers out here. Solomon's in the hospital, second day. Spending Friday night in Eilat. Solomon is sick. Went to the hospital today. This is second day on the trail. Solomon's at the hotel in bed with a fever. I'm going on alone and maybe meet him in Mizpe Ramon 6 or 7 days if all goes well. The trail just ended. It just ended into a cliff. So I'm lost somewhere. Second day, very beautiful country. Pretty rugged. About 9 o'clock in the morning. Beautiful as usual. The dry wadi. Haven't seen anybody yet today, and I have a soul on the trail. Just had a long climb, pretty winded. I think I'm almost to the top of this mountain. It's a little cloudy, so that helps. It's not so hot. Heading to Shoharet Canyon. Just got to the top of a mountain. Now I can enjoy the downhill. I think this might be Shoharet Canyon. Pretty cool. It's a little bird. Come and check me out on my poles. Very friendly little bird. He's looking for food. Just finished crazy climb from down there. Pretty rugged, pretty steep. There's Gulf of Aqaba and Eilat in the distance. I started south of there quite a ways. Continuing up, I think I go to the top of that mountain there. There's a ibex, a couple of them there, by a little palm oasis. Pretty rugged through here, had to climb over all that. And now heading down further into the canyon. Here's the second night on the trail. Raham Ek. This is my tent site. Went next to the cliff for protection from wind. There's a water tank over there. It was a 14.5 mile day. Tough one. Got some trail magic. Cooler, some water. Let's see what's inside. Maybe there's some goodies. Chocolate, tea, more chocolate, stove, sugar. Nice. I think I'll have some chocolate. I think I'm in Timna Park on my third day of hiking. Left Raham Ek about 2 hours ago. Left at 6:30 in the morning today. I am in the restaurant at Timna Park and I got falafels and pita bread. This is the restaurant and I'm gonna eat, go see Solomon's Pillars and then head out hiking some more today. I just washed my hair and shaved in the restroom. We are climbing up Solomon's Pillars. Solomon's temples. Solomon's Pillars. Say goodbye. See you guys. Bye. The first flower in the desert I've seen. One flower. I was excited when I saw my first ibex. Now they're everywhere. This is Timna Park. Ready to start climbing Mount Timna. That's the Sheville, Israel trail markings. And everyone says that this Mount Timna is very beautiful. So we'll see. This is much of the trail, just climbing boulders. For those of you who thought the desert was easy, think twice. It's pretty rugged, very rugged. In fact, I can't climb with this thing. This climb is crazy. I've been climbing for about an hour up boulders. I think I'm almost at the top. I thought I was almost to the top, just came over a bend, and now this. And I got a heavy pack, but it's gorgeous. Top of Mount Timna and Timna National Park. Quite the view. That tastes mighty good up here. There's the trail heading north. Pretty cool how the trail finds all these little wadis, which is dry riverbeds, to wind through. And it's getting a little greener in here. Must have had some rain coming through. I know one thing, I'm beat right now. I'm ready for a rest. Coming out into a clearing, see which way the trail goes. Oh, cool. I'm out. Looks like an oasis up ahead. Palm trees, and I see a building. I think that's the Timna Visitor Center. This is Mador Camp, my third night camping. There's my tent over there, just out of Timna Park. They carried this firewood 2.5 kilometers from the visitor center. They want a fire. They're cooking a delicious dinner around the fire. And now, what are your names? Tell me your names on video.
My name is Ziv.
My name is Uriah.
I'm Gal. Yo. And I'm Shai.
Okay, I'm Ken. Yes.
Yes.
This is day 4, leaving Mador Night Camp, starting out with another steep climb today, carrying 5 liters of water and about 5 days of food. So heavy pack, crazy. Nearing the top. Heading to Shehurat. Now I really feel like I'm walking through the desert. The trail got rerouted for a village that I thought I was going to go through with water, so there better be water coming up or I'm in big trouble, because I have about a liter left with about 18 miles to go before I know there's more water. This is Camel Riders Camp. This is where I'll be sleeping tonight. Washrooms. This is my tent for 15 shekels. This is where I'll be sleeping. And I'm the only one here. The other 4 guys that I met got off the trail today, unfortunately. I kind of liked being with them, so I just got done with a shower. Feels good. Enjoying a fire with my 2 new friends on the motorcycles going to Eilat, and 2 new friends from Germany hiking the Israel Trail. Left Camel Riders Camp and heading to Shizafan. This is what much of the trail is like. There's really no trail. Just walking over Scree. Had a good night last night and just enjoyed the night. Took a shower, shaved, had a full dinner, so I'm good. There's some kind of industrial complex or something down there. I don't know what it is. It's not on my map. That's the direction I'm heading. This brings back memories, road walking in Florida, although I think this is just a really short stretch along the trail. Heading to Neot Smador. I just called a kibbutz to stay over the night tonight, so that's where I stay tonight. These are some ruins of some sort. I gotta look and see what this is. I hear a bunch of guns going off. Looks like military over there. It must be a military training ground. That from Camel Riders Camp, heading to Shizafan. It's not a good day. I'm just feeling really tired, weak, feet hurt, and it's really boring walking along a road here. And there's been a lot of shale and scree to walk over, very rough on the feet. Just arrived in Neot Smador, looking for my kibbutz, where I'm going to stay tonight. No grocery stores, but a place to stay tonight. There's the art center. This is the art center. Staying in the kindergarten school tonight. Walking into Desert Ashram in Shittim, just a little place out in the desert in the middle of nowhere. This is Shittim Desert Ashram. Just walked in here today. Lots of animals running around. Just saw my first snake. Went somewhere in here. I left Desert Ashram a while ago, walking along this road. I'm just looking forward to getting back into the desert off these roads, carrying 8 liters of water. Heading to Zihor Night Camp or Paran Night Camp, depending on how I feel. If I want to go further, another 4 kilometers to Paran from Zihor. I'm getting pretty tired right now, actually, so we'll see. February 12th, got into camp at about 2:30. This is Paran Night Camp. I'm all alone. It was a hard day, no steep hills or anything, but just flat and long. Got the camp to myself tonight at Paran Night Camp, and just cooked my dinner. So I'm eating. It's 4 o'clock, so it's still pretty early. Maybe I'll wander around, check things out, but pretty quiet. There's how much water I'm starting out with today to Barak Night Camp. I am so relieved right now. I've been walking an hour without seeing a trail marker just over Scree, and I was walking way over there. I looked at the map and it looked like it was left, so I started walking left and I came up to this 2-track and saw a marker. I'm so happy. I did not want to go back an hour to the last marker. Found a nice place in the shade to sit down for a morning break. Very cool. Canyon! Verdet Canyon. Time to get wet. I gotta walk through that green, slimy water, then up that ladder. Just waded through. It was up to my chest, and with a pack full of water, I barely got through without getting my pack wet. It took a while. This is a ladder I gotta climb up now. The ladder goes up the side. I don't know how many more of these things are coming up, but I'm in my underwear. Didn't put my pants back on. Just climbed up from down there. Man, with a heavy backpack, it's not easy. Now I'm going up there. On the way to Barak Night Camp. Still only about 9, and climbing. Beautiful day. I think this is Barak Canyon. See the trail down there. It's heading down to the bottom of that gorge. And I think there's gonna be more water to swim through. Made it down into the canyon after a very steep descent. Up there I had to come down, very steep descent. Very careful because I'm alone. And this is crazy. That's what I gotta go through. Climbing down there, through the water, and on through there. Just came up through there. Made it through the water. It wasn't as deep as the last one. Only up to my crotch. So I stayed pretty dry. And I think I might be coming out of the canyon, and hopefully there's no more water. Because that's a pain, taking off the shoes and everything. A perfect place for lunch under this tree. I think it might be the last one for a while. Birds are coming around. Bunch of birds here. I don't have a bird book, but they're looking for food. On the way to Barak camp. It's a hot one today. Just left Barak night camp, heading to Zihor. This is Twisted. I met yesterday and we just found some trail magic. Some books and some, not sure what these are, but no food. Just arrived in Zophar. Got here at about noon. Made good time. We're looking for a grocery store to resupply to get to Mizpe Ramon. Just went shopping and we're having, there's my lunch. And a banana.
All of that.
And these people have to help me eat that ice cream. I'm not gonna eat it all. We're leaving Zophar after spending the afternoon, kind of a little oasis out in the middle of the desert. Tonight we'll camp out between here and Sapir. Just hiked out of Zophar and we're near Sapir. Twister and I found a really cool night camp. Awesome, best camp of the whole trip, I think. That's all my water for 2 days hiking the desert, so we won't have water till 2 nights from now. Just left the night camp at Sapir, doing our first climb of the day, and back there is Sapir. We're on our way to Negev, Hold It Night Camp. Beautiful morning, nice trail. Oh man, this is a tough climb with a heavy pack. Very rough. And it's hot today. Twisted made it to the top. Deer over here. Whole herd of deer. And I climbed way up here just to see him. I didn't have to. That is beautiful. Going down. Hiker's down there. It is hot out here today. Just finished a big climb. Now we're going right back down again. There's the trail. Here comes Twisted up there. Steep drop off there. We're heading to Negev, Hold It. I'm on my last leg right now. I gotta stop. You see a tree up there with shade. That's lunch, and I can't wait. I feel like I cannot go much further right now. Over and out. Our little oasis in the desert, taking a break. I think we're gonna camp here tonight. Negev, Hold It campsite. That's where we slept last night, down there, and we just headed up this mountain. Beautiful morning. There's our next climb coming up. Mountain goat just right on the side of that cliff. I don't know how he does it. Today's hike has been quite beautiful. Up on the ridge, This is some kind of beetle. They're everywhere out here. Another cool canyon we're going through. This is awesome. Really cool. They said that lots of times this is filled with water. You have to go up higher to get through. Twister is like going to sleep. And we just found a very important water source. It just saved us hiking into Barut Khan. So we're gonna fill up here. Filling with water, very important water source. Saved us a trip into Beirut Khan. Camp just outside of Mizpe Ramon. We have less than 10 miles to go. He's eating healthy tonight. There's Mizpe Ramon. That's today's destination on the hill. Very tame. How do you feel?
Pretty good.
We made it to Mizpe Ramon. Here we are. It's basically about the halfway point through the desert. So that's Mizpe Ramon. Gotta go find Solomon.